Welcome back to Crystal Clear! I'm Ostrich Fox, and Why So Blue is another episode of Steven and Lapis Future that, despite being a self-contained adventure, concludes with a very open-ended resolution that's clearly meant to be touched on later down the line. However, is later in this case actually a lot more sooner than we're led to believe. Why So Blue gives us our first character from the antagonist side of the opening theme, defecting from the ambiguous dark side, and begins to pursue life as a truly free reformed gem at Little Homeschool, with Nice Lapis, aka Freckles. But can this gem completely be trusted? Or have they laid the groundwork for potential backstabbing? Let's talk about it, shall we? Of course, spoiler warning. If you do not want to know any future episode synopsis or any potential plot lines for Steven and Lapis Future, please click off now. With all that said, let's dive in. Now, Freckles' canon name of Nice Lapis does not come out of nowhere. Despite her love for terraforming and her role in ganging up against Lapis, she clearly is the most susceptible to change out of the pair, having a standout moment of grooving to the music Steven and Lapis are dancing to, much to me and Lapis' dismay. With that and the episode's resolution in mind, it caused us to put Freckles laughing at Lapis' song into question. Was she really unfazed, or did she decide to just go with it, reading the room and knowing what her partner in crime wants? At the same time, Nice Lapis did seem genuinely engrossed in her power, picking up all sorts of tips and tricks from what our Crystal Gem Lapis taught her during battle. But ultimately, I think she was touched by Lapis' speech, stating that raw power does not equate to strength, something that clearly the other Lapises did not see eye to eye on at first. But what changed? What happened off-screen for only Nice Lapis to arrive to Little Homeschool? We could assume these two Lazulis were attached at the hip. Wherever they went together. So a separation may not seem like a big deal, considering we just met these Lazulis, getting to know them over the course of 11 minutes, but assuming they were in this from the moment they emerged, if Nice Lapis really just peaced out and said, "Hey Curly, you're on your own, I'm gonna seek out new opportunities," then I believe it truly would have created some sort of rift. However, Nice Lapis doesn't really seem distressed. She doesn't seem like she just had a big breakup, and that gives me two individual ideas. Route 1 being Nice Lapis simply left behind Mean Lapis' back. That while Mean Lapis was going ham terraforming a planet, Nice Lapis saw the activity as a good chance to go flee, warping immediately to Little Homeschool and enrolling as a full-fledged student. And if that's the case, Mean Lapis obviously won't be too happy. And considering the gem perception of time greatly differs from how humans perceive time, what's a few weeks or months? If this episode took place shortly after Snow Day, then Little Homeschool should be in its third quarter. The next episode is Little Graduation, with a very vague synopsis of Steven and the Gems putting on a graduation for Little Homeschool's first class, one that Nice Lapis may be a part of. Mean Lapis eventually following her trail to Little Homeschool, infuriated at the sight of her partner, her terraforming buddy, giving up something they liked doing together in order to be at some crummy little school? And chaos may ensue from there. However, Route 2 could be something a bit more malicious. Nice Lapis is a spy. Now, I don't really believe they would have much reason to be spies other than, oh, the plot demands a conflict, but perhaps Curly's influence over Freckles could have pushed her to infiltrate Little Homeschool, under the guise of a gem who just wants to learn how to be an Earthling, how to truly express herself. But again, perhaps when the graduation comes around, that's when Mean Lapis arrives and they reveal they've been double-crossed. And that the only thing better than terraforming random alien planets would be to terraform Little Homeschool, destroying Little Homeworld as a whole, leaving nothing behind. Yet, should this be the case, I highly doubt Nice Lapis would go through with it. That she would genuinely become easily attached to Little Homeschool, to surround herself with so many different gems who want to try to be different, to find out who they really are, completely creating a rift between the two Lazulis. Now, I do feel like it is an inevitability for these antagonists presented to team up. Considering Aquamarine and Eyeball already wanted to burn Little Homeworld to the ground, it wouldn't surprise me if they have another attempt at destroying Steven by also crashing the graduation. As I speculated previously, they could bring backup, such as Holly Blue Agate, who we saw is also having a time, struggling with her adjustment period in Era 3. Considering Future is a lot more comedic than the original series, comedy definitely being a strong suit, I think it makes sense for multiple antagonists to comically show up, planning to crash the graduation and send a message to Steven, only for them to point at each other, "You're ruining my plan! No, you're ruining my plan!" Leading to the biggest brain blast. What if we all put our heads together and destroy Little Homeworld together? Boom, a variation of the rebellion theory comes to fruition. Now before we go, one thing I do want to point out, as I mentioned in the post-show, is that the Lapis' admiration for power reminds me a lot of Jasper, who I speculated before could end up being caught in the middle of both sides. Jasper would naturally go for the power angle, thus it makes sense for her to go to any opposing forces to Steven, and only when she's actually in a rebellion would she realize, I actually don't want to do this. I'm actually kind of over getting revenge on Steven and the Crystal Gems. I was just chilling in the forest. But considering the Lapis Lazulis did say something along the lines of they prefer rocks and mud, which is exactly what Jasper's environment looks like at the moment, it may be on the nose foreshadowing for things to come. Or it could be absolutely nothing. But as always, these are just my thoughts, and I want to hear yours. What do you think? What route do you believe is going to happen with the Lapis Lazulis? Have we seen the last of Mean Lapis? Let us know your thoughts in the comments below, or tweet your thoughts at Roundtable Vids. And for more of my own thoughts, you can find me at OstricFox. We're also on Instagram. Help the Roundtable Girl by either becoming a member of this channel, or supporting us over at Patreon. Link in the description. If you enjoyed this video, please throw a like and subscribe to the Roundtable for more great cartoon content. Thank you for watching, and I hope you have an awesome day. OstricFox, signing out.